Theory U is the process of creative change that can help a person break out of bad habits and change their behavior to result in a positive impact in their respective lives. By opening our mind, heart, and will, Theory U helps change a problem we are facing into a solution. While sometimes difficult to fully comprehend, an example to show the process of Theory U is quite beneficial. I love to write. Ever since I can remember, I've been writing. I wrote a story about a pancake named Patsy when I was 5, wrote for my grade school newspaper when I was 8, and wrote poetry and newspaper articles throughout my teenage years. When I got to the first year of university, I didn't think I wanted to continue writing. This was a new chapter of my life, and I was unsure I wanted to stick to this hobby. Maybe I wanted to join a fraternity. Maybe I wanted to try out for a club sport. I listened to what life called me to do, utilizing step 1, holding the space. I was told that college was about exploring and finding other hobbies I might be interested in. My reasoning falls under the first level of listening, as I downloaded what others had told me college was going to be about. Trying new things, and possibly leaving old hobbies in the past. However, this was when I saw an advertisement promoting an introductory meeting for the student newspaper, the Michigan Daily. Thus, I suspended my thoughts about trying new things and having new experiences just for the moment. I moved on to step 2, observing, where I attended the situation with my mind wide open. I decided that I was going to go to the meeting, see what the college newspaper was all about, and if it would be of any interest for me. I used factual listening to understand what the newspaper was, who the people were who were a part of it, and the opportunities it could present me. After step 2 of the observing, I redirected my attention and sensed and connected with my heart. Step 3, to see if the newspaper was something I'd truly be interested in joining. I used the third level of listening to see what I found an emotional connection to. I listened to myself and my heart. Did I find that emotional connection to the fraternity I had gone to check out the week prior, or the newspaper for which I had also attended an informational meeting? I realized that my love for writing, since I wrote that story about Patsy Pancake and newspaper articles throughout my childhood, was really most important to me. I had always had a passion for writing, and that was where my emotional connection truly lied. I loved the people who were at the meeting and loved the opportunities I would be able to obtain writing sports for the university newspaper. It was here where I needed to let go of the idea that college was supposed to transform you into something else, where the experiences you have must be new and something you had not been exposed to in the past. Step 4 was pre-sensing, where I connected deep from within. I knew I had a deep passion for writing, and that's what truly brought me joy, not joining a fraternity or taking up a club sport. I utilized the 4th level of listening, generative, where I connected with who I am and who I truly want to be. My sense of self and my energy shifted toward my passion for writing, showing who I really am, a writer. I then let my love for writing come to the surface, leading into step 5, crystallizing. I found my power of intention and knew I wanted to be fully committed to the newspaper once I joined. Once I was a sports writer, I wanted to give it my full 110%. It started by going to the weekly meetings, and then my commitment to the newspaper grew even further. I enacted this intention by moving on to step 6, prototyping. I started volunteering to write stories covering games week after week throughout my first term that first year at my university. Finally came step 7, performing. I'm now a senior editor for the sports section of the newspaper and have written over 80 articles ranging from softball to swimming to hockey. I've traveled across the United States to cover games, have met the best people through the newspaper, and I'm so glad I didn't stop writing once I got to the university. This is how Theory U unknowingly helped change my mindset and helped transform a challenge with which I faced, if I wanted to change parts of my identity going into college, into a solution about which I am quite happy.